Jay-Z likes young girls.
What did
Sounds
he
like
just
a
say?
omission of guilt.
We're not stupid, dude. The redacted released files, that's what you want us to see. This is what you're giving us access to. Give the goyim, give the good goys just enough for them to be like, oh, I told you. I told you. In 2025, during this term, I just went down the deep rabbit hole, man, and I became blackpilled, which is now, I see it from a 30-foot view. The objective is for these two political groups to just constantly be at each other's necks, while the people up top are the ones that are pulling the strings, making all the money and controlling the entire world.
America figured it out, man, because if you have a king, they could be overthrown. But if you don't know who the king is, all you have is the dukes. And the dukes are the politicians. But you don't know who the guy running the ship is. You don't know who the captain is, the king. No one knows.
White people and black people, do they want to be working at Zips, frying the fries? Do they?
No, because they can't play mariachi music in the back.
The Somalis came here legally, and then they ran Minnesota for like $9 billion in fraud. Welcome back to the Carlos Reyes Show, where we separate fact from fiction, headlines from hype, and opinions from evidence. Today, we're going to dive deep into one of the most talked about topics on the internet, the Epstein, aka Poopstein files. And we're also going to break down and factually check if Donald Trump shitted on himself yesterday, if he did or not. So you may want to stick around for this. It's going to be funny. It's going to be juicy. But you know what? As of now, let me introduce the usual suspects that are joining me on today's show. Sitting across from me is the most interesting man in the industry, Mr. Zadie! To my left, one of the usual suspects, Adrian Salgado, aka Born Closer. That was wild.
Bro, after that,
Yo, he should do that every time.
bro.
Right?
After that, I don't think you should introduce anybody else.
Or we should just say show's
should
over.
be like, yeah.
Show's over.
You should be like, oh, and we got Adrian.
Oh, and yeah, Adrian too.
You need your throne name. You need to establish your throne name.
Thank you, Zadie.
All right, so
well
we
deserved.
I feel like for the past 6 months, man, and don't get me wrong, I know that we talk about relevant topics, popular topics here and there, but I feel like for the last 6 months, our organization has been deeply immersed into business. Mm-hmm. I was just talking to Sal this morning. I'm like, dude, we've been going hard. This is the hardest we've ever gone in business, and we need a break. Like, we got to figure out a Mansion Mastermind, structure and scale class, one-on-one consultations, community building, and real estate investing, private equity.
It's crazy.
Renewable energy. Like, we just been going hard, bro. Hard.
So last, Sal gave us the numbers of like everything that we did last year.
Yeah, that was wild.
Compared to years previously, where we would like actually consciously make an effort to try to do that many things. Wow. Like, we did it unconsciously last year. And I would say it was even in the last half of the year. Yeah. Because come mid-year. Yeah. We started packing things in.
Wow. Well, empresarios specifically, right? Will's still working on getting me the anniversary date. He's all over the place. He's like, I think it's January. It might be early February. It might be late February. So we're still working on getting the date when we threw our first event, right, as the anniversary date.
I'd get you that easy.
Beautiful. And then I remember we were close to like actually just not moving forward with the movement in the community, right? We were thinking about that. Why? Because we felt like maybe we're just going to like double down on real estate, just like because we've always been able to produce millions and millions of dollars flipping real estate, right? So we almost like went back to that because our organization kind of needed that, to produce millions of dollars, right? And doing what we know. And then I remember, Will coming on board, and then, he was gung ho and he was fully committed to the mission and the movement of empresarios. And then I remember Lou in June, Lou coming on board, and He's like, dude, one of the biggest reasons why I made the transition over into this organization was because the empresarios movement, right? And then you came on board around September. And then things just started exploding, bro.
Yeah, it was a snowball.
And now it's like, dude, like we can't even take a break if we wanted to.
Yeah, but think about it, right? It's like the whole 5 feet from gold analogy.
Hey, I'll get you back to the show in just a second. I just wanted to come on here real quick and encourage you that if you are a business owner that's looking for top level coaching and a great community because you're experiencing challenges in your business, all you got to do is click the link right in the description and we'll reach out with more information. Now back to the show. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Which is why it's so important to if you find something that you're passionate about, which is, I would say, what we're passionate about, right? Helping people scale their businesses, helping people in general, being servants.
Absolutely.
Right? And the fact that we've tried it on several occasions, but now it's actually, it's just like a fire, bro, that just keeps growing and growing on its own.
It's actually 3 feet from gold.
Either way.
I think that's a book. Let me check.
Yeah, don't stop digging.
Yeah, I think
it's like I have a vision in my head of like, okay, you're on a bicycle and you keep pedaling, and like the bicycle isn't moving, and then all of a sudden it starts moving, but all of that momentum that you created, it's just causing you to move forward now all of a sudden. Like you don't even have to pedal, but you're going along for the ride at this point.
I love it.
That's how I see it, because
you know how I see
momentum.
it? By the way, that's a great point. You know how I see it?
How do you see it?
I feel like your bicycle would have training wheels.
That's a tricycle. That's a tricycle.
Anyway.
For literate people, we call it tricycle,
You don't
not bicycle. Bicycle is 2, tricycle is 3. And you're 1.
Training wheels. All right, so 3 feet from gold, by the way, turn your obstacles into opportunities, Sharon Lechter. I believe that's the same author that had a hand in
Outwitting the Devil.
Outwitting the Devil and had a hand in Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Think and Grow Rich.
No, what?
Rich Dad, Poor Dad? Sharon Lechter, right? She might have been involved with Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Think and Grow Rich for sure.
Different generations.
No, it's the same lady, bro. I'll double check that. I'll fact check, okay? All right, so a lot going on, right? We're very grateful with everything we got going on, especially with our community. This is what I really love about what we're doing with our community right now, right? I always talk about the 5 core drivers of our community, which is personal development, number 1, business development, number 2, financial literacy, number 3, community, number 4, and legacy, number 5. And I feel like right now in our community, we're constantly immersing ourselves into one or a few or all of them every single day in our community.
Yeah.
Our community chat's lit up with what? Working out, projects, family,
Questions.
right? Questions. Like it's such, I'm more involved in our chat, like our community chat, than I am on social media. It is my social media now.
Yeah, yeah.
My community is my social media.
I said that as a joke a while back.
And it's true,
like,
though.
And it's true, though. It's like you talk to anybody that's in the community, and if they don't, if they put their phone away and then they come back like 2 hours later, it's just a message after message, and some people are like, "Man, I can't even keep up."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's motivating, right? What did we do last month? You did a lose 10 pounds challenge.
Yeah.
This month you're doing lose 5 and read a book.
Yeah.
And bro, people are jumping on.
Are you gonna jump on any of our challenges that we have going on in our community?
Yeah, of course.
Which one specifically?
Reading the book.
What book are you gonna read this month?
I think I'll reread Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite books.
Oh.
But my thought process is not to read a new book, but just to reread books. It's like
yeah. There's an old saying that says, "Don't read 10 books once. Read one book 10 times."
yes, or Bruce Lee said something like that. He said, "Do not master 100 kicks. Master doing one kick 100 times."
You sound like an Asian Bernie Sanders now.
Oh wow, that's crazy combination.
Don't
master 100 kicks.
Bernie Lee Sanders?
Bernie Lee Sanders.
Wow, what a character. There we go. That's the character I was asking you earlier.
Sanders.
Don't master 100 kicks. Master one kick 100 times.
Well, so I love that, by the way. I All right, where were we?
Burnley Sanders.
Okay, back to where we were, right? So here's what I love about what we're doing with our community. Before we get into the popular, relevant, kind of entertaining, topics, which, if you think about everything that's on the internet now, even though it's real life, like these things are really happening. Like, I got to stop saying the word like. The Epstein files are, they're released. There's people's names that are prominent figures in the world, or elite figures in the world. They're on those files, or they're in those files. Yeah, I know it looks like a soap opera or some kind of reality show, but it's real life. Like, this is really happening, which is absolutely disgusting, right? My wife back in the day, before she consciously developed, used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Great show.
About a year ago, when I started to become black-pilled, because I was red-pilled for a very long time. You know the difference between red-pilled and black-pilled?
No, I don't. What's
Okay.
black pill?
So red-pilled would be almost...
You know what they say, if you go black, you never go back.
Got it. Okay. So red-pilled is like, oh, I see what's going on between the Republicans and the Democrats, and I see the transgenderism and the homosexuality being pushed on me. I'm red-pilled. You know what I mean? Like, I know.
Yeah.
I'm conscious of it, right? And then, I spent like 13 years being red-pilled, right? And I mean, you've seen my Facebook lit up pretty often, right? It's crazy. And my personal Facebook, of course. And then I eventually, in 2025, during this term, I just went down the deep rabbit hole, man. And I became black-pilled, which is now, I see it from a 30-foot view. I see who's pulling the strings. I see the antagonizing, right? The antagonizing that is happening, where the left will be pushed or the right will be pushed. The objective is for these two political groups to just constantly be at each other's necks, and just be consumed with emotion and like a blurry vision, while the people up top are the ones that are pulling the strings, making all the money and controlling the entire world.
So it creates division. It creates division at the end of the day. And once you divide and conquer. Mm-hmm. So if you divide them, it's never going to be equally split. So you're always going to have one side of the scale tipping the other side of the scale. And if you have one side of the scale that's heavier, then that's who you cater to. And that's the people that you feed. And that's the people that you control, because the majority rules. And if you rule the majority, then you rule all of it.
Well, it's
and then every once in a while they play one side against the other. Then it shifts over because the scale has to balance out. Then they start to play and control.
Like every 4 years, the pendulum is swinging one way or the other. Right?
America figured it out, man. Because if you have a king, they could be overthrown. But if you don't know who the king is, all you have is the dukes, and the dukes are the politicians. So they're in charge of their little area, and there's no term limits. So these dukes, they get blamed for stuff, and then when it gets too hot, then they get exiled, and then we bring in a new duke. But you don't know who the guy running the ship is. You don't know who the captain is, the king. No one knows, because that person's behind the curtain, or those people, whatever they are, they're behind the curtain.
Who is the lawless?
You want to know the one politician? There's only one politician right now that I can wholeheartedly say I respect. Thomas Massey.
He does kind of go against the grain.
Thomas Massey.
Yeah. He doesn't suck up, doesn't kiss ass.
Man, brother, the elites, the Zionists are spending tens of millions of dollars against him, and he's still winning.
Yeah.
And he led the forefront of pushing for the Epstein files to be released. I feel like Thomas it's almost like he has nothing to lose. Like, he's willing to just lay his life on the table. That's what I appreciate about a guy like Thomas Massey, brother.
By the way, speaking of which, I got kicked out of Turning Point USA today.
No way. What happened?
I was driving by and the gate was open. I thought it was, you could just drive in. So I drove in, and then all of a sudden this guy came up to me. He's like, "You need to leave right now." And I'm like, "Oh, I just wanted to come in and, to pay my respects to Charlie and donate." He's like, "You need to step outside if we're going to have this conversation." So
no way, dude.
I swear to on God. So I got back in my car. I went outside the gate, and then he goes, "What's your business here?" And I'm like, "I want to donate." He's like, "You could do that online."
Who is this?
I don't know. He's some like Hispanic dude. I don't know what he was, but But it was at Turning Point USA. But then now I'm thinking, I was in my mind, like logically, I'm like, all right, the dude was assassinated, and I just rolled through a gate. You know, like
There could definitely be, but there's definitely two sides, to that coin, right? But
it felt very cultish, bro.
that's what I was going to tell you. Ever since Charlie,
that energy was very cultish.
Yeah, bro. Ever since Charlie passed, Turning Point USA has, I mean, don't get me wrong, these folks raised over $250 million since Charlie Kirk's assassination.
Wow.
I mean, whoa, right? Like 250 milli in September, October, November, December, January. $250 million in 5 months is astronomical.
How much are they going to generate this weekend?
Oh, and I'm sure, but I'm sure they'll take a small part of that 250 million and apply it to where it needs to go.
They're going to take 150 million of that, apply it to their Super Bowl halftime show, to then generate 300 million from that.
I'm done supporting Turning Point USA. I'm done.
I didn't mean to derive the conversation.
No, you got me
that
going
really
now.
happened this morning.
No, you know what you're doing.
Fired
You're antagonizing me. You're antagonizing me. You're just like the left. You're just like the left.
Stop, bro. Okay, stop. I'm not doing any of that. Okay, someone else is doing that to you. Okay,
Who?
your what's it called when you get like your hall pass is doing that to you?
My hall pass?
Yeah, Candace Owens, your hall pass.
Candace.
You know what? You're disgusting for that.
What do you mean? She's your hall pass, bro.
Yeah.
No, she's
Everyone
not,
knows that,
dude.
bro. Everyone knows
she's not.
She is totally your hall pass.
Candace,
if you're watching.
I know. Listen, I know there's a lot of people that don't respect. There's like 50% of people hate Candace, 50% of people love Candace, right?
That's very true.
You know what I appreciate about Candace?
She has balls.
She has a bigger nutsack than most of these dudes out there that are political pundits and commentators.
Yeah.
She's willing to go against the grain, dude.
Yeah.
And she's like, dude, a black woman
Yeah.
is willing to go against not only the elite, but all the people that are paid for and by the elite that they stack against her consistently.
But that's
respect.
She's got FU money though,
I don't think she has FU money, bro.
Her hubby does.
No, he don't have FU money.
What? Stop. That's why she's saying FU to everybody, bro.
Respectfully, they live in Nashville.
Okay.
Right. Again, maybe Nashville is a place, I don't know, a lot of millionaires. I don't know, but normally people that have FU money, unless she owns 100,000 acres somewhere in Nashville or something, right? That could be. Again, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
she doesn't need to make $1 and she's going to be very well off for the rest of her life.
You're sitting here talking about her financials like you know something.
That's true. But then
See,
she
I
talks
don't know.
about other people like she knows something. What's wrong
Allegedly.
with that? Allegedly.
Okay, but brother.
The legal team told me.
But brother.
Allegedly.
But brother. Sorry, dude.
Uh-oh.
She doesn't always hit the mark,
Zadie.
but she's hit the mark pretty frequently enough.
You don't talk about that woman.
I know. His hall pass. He's
we're going to get off that subject.
He's protecting her.
Hey, now
Here it comes.
there was a guy named Tim Allen. Tim Allen?
Tim the Toolman Taylor?
No, sorry. Tim Allred.
Oh, that right. You know where I was going with that. Yeah.
Listen, there's a guy named Tim Allred.
Okay.
We've known each other for a very long time. Actually, he came to see me speak in Dallas when I was there last year. I don't know if he's Jewish, but he's definitely a Zionist. Tim Allred is a Zionist. He supports the Zionist folks and the people that are running Israel and stuff like that. And he came to watch me speak. Hey, we're good, right? Like, I get involved. And whenever you make a post, I just, it's all healthy. I said, brother, of course. I said, my platform fully supports the First Amendment as long as it's healthy. As long as you're not personally insulting me or talking about my wife or my children, we're good, right? All right. Let's intellectually debate. I'm fine with that.
I like that.
Well, about a month ago, he blocked me.
I mean, you're going pretty hard, bro.
I never disrespected the man. Okay, I never disrespected. About a month ago, he blocked me. He recently unblocked me, but he did unfollow me, right?
How do you know that? Like you have some
Because
sort of system.
there was a
that tracks
conversation
that,
about
bro?
it yesterday.
Oh,
So anyway, I was making a point.
he like tracks it. You have a tracker for who unfollows you.
I was making a point. Now you diverted me from my point. What was it?
He unfollowed you, followed you. You want him to respect the
Oh,
amendment,
yeah,
Second Amendment.
Yeah, here's what I'm saying.
Not second.
The First Amendment.
First Amendment.
Yeah. Here's what I'm saying, dude. Like, why can't, this is the only country that I know right now where you can openly have these conversations. In Mexico, I don't know if you knew this, but when Claudia Sheinbaum was running for president,
Yeah.
allegedly there was 38 presidential opponents that were wiped off the face of the earth.
Jesus.
COVID?
Cool.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No. You get what I'm saying?
Cartelid.
So again, guys, we're like one of the last strongholds in the world where you can openly disagree with people. You can openly disagree with your government. You can talk stuff about the president. Like, think about, right, how many people hate Trump and let you know that they hate Trump?
Trevor Noah.
Millions. How many, when Biden, right, when Diaper Joe was when Diaper Joe was in office, shitting on himself every other week.
Yeah.
How many we can make fun of the guy and we're not going to jail.
That's cool. Yeah.
No one's assassinating us. Yeah. And now Trump's back in office, and there's millions of people that absolutely despise him and hate him. And
he shit on himself.
Allegedly, he might have shitted on himself yesterday. I actually, everybody was talking about, like, oh, Donald Trump shitted on himself.
Oh, yeah. Is it because of the food in the White House? Is it because of the pressure of running the state, or is it just because of the
maybe
age?
he just had a lot of pressure in his stomach, like a normal human
90
being?
years old, and that
all right,
just
bro.
happens,
First of all,
you know?
okay, we're gonna go around the room. Okay. Okay. Zadie.
Yeah.
Historically, in your life,
Yeah.
whether you were not when you were a
Third
kid,
grade. Third grade, I laughed. I laughed and I sneezed.
Well, let me ask the question.
I laughed and I sneezed at the same time.
No,
tickle
because
shit?
this is gonna be a clip. Ready?
Tickle shit?
Wait, someone tickled you and you shit on yourself? Now I know your weakness. Hold on.
Wait.
I'm gonna tickle you. I'm gonna tickle the shit out of you.
No, bro. Someone said a joke. I laughed and sneezed at the same time.
I gotta ask the question. This is
okay.
We have to frame it and position this because this could be a clip to promote the show. All right, ready? Mr. Zadie.
Yes.
This is hilarious, right? Ready? Right, watch this. We got to get serious. Hold on. Take a deep breath.
I'm good, bro.
Well, I'm not. Hold on. Ready? All right. Mr. Zadie.
Yes.
Have you ever consciously, knowingly shit on yourself?
Yes, in the third grade, it happened. I was laughing and sneezing at the same time, and it just kind of came out. So I had to dismiss myself from the classroom.
How much came out?
Enough to wet the bed per se, but I had to step outside, walk backwards, leave the school actually. And
you left the school.
Yeah, I'm not gonna walk around with a shitty
people,
diaper, bro.
Wait, there's people. There's
underwear.
people out there that know of the legend of the man or the kid that shit himself in class and never came back.
Wait,
well, I came back. I mean,
hold on. Okay, you got to walk me through a little more descriptively, right?
Okay, all right.
Okay, were you in class?
Yes.
You laughed.
Yes.
And you shitted on yourself.
Yes.
Were you sitting down or standing up?
Sitting down. There was no stain or anything like that.
I know. What? What do you mean there was no stain? You weren't wearing underwear? Like,
no,
why was there no stain?
on the chair. It didn't come out of the side of my pants.
Okay,
you left that. It was
so you were wearing
a healthy one.
You were wearing what do you call those?
Jeans.
Those little
Underwear.
Nut huggers?
Yeah, the little nut huggers.
Yes, you had the white tighty whities. We didn't have boxers back then.
You had tighty whities on.
Yeah.
And you shitted on your tighty whities.
Yes.
And they were white.
Yes.
Okay.
Nope.
And you got up.
Yep.
And you walked backwards.
Yes.
And you didn't ask permission to go to the restroom, or did you just walk out?
No, I just walked out. I'd be like, I'll be back. But we lived right by the school, so I was able to leave the school and go home, change, come back.
You didn't use the restroom at the school?
No. What am I gonna do? Did you
walk home? Did you walk home?
Yeah, of course.
You walked home with You
No,
walked.
I walked. We lived 2 minutes away from the school at that point. It was like right.
What
down
did you
the
do with
street.
your drawers?
I don't remember. I probably threw them in the laundry or something like that. I
I
don't know.
was hoping you threw them away.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay,
I don't
anyway,
remember that. I
got
tried
it.
to delete that part from my
Okay,
mind.
you know what? You got to give me a 30 to 60 second elevator pitch, or elevator version of you shitting on yourself. Have you ever shitted on yourself?
Yeah. During 75 hard. Yeah. I went for my morning walk. I happened to take my daughter in a stroller and my son with me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man, I was just walking, and it was a little too early in the morning for the walk, so I didn't get to do my regular.
Mm-hmm.
And
You didn't make it.
no, I started having to trot a little bit faster, and then here's what happened. I got to the front door, and my front door was locked.
Oh shit!
And my restroom was right there where my front door is. And for the that simple fact that I had to circumvent and go through the garage into the restroom, that extra 30 seconds, bro, just didn't allow my sphincter to sphinx. Yeah, and there's
'cause
just
you thought you were gonna get to the goal.
I
That's
thought
why-
I was there. I was at the
yeah.
goal, bro. And I reached for the door.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and
You,
then,
you lined
then my
up a little
son
bit.
then my son knocks on the door. He goes, "Dad, did you shit yourself?"
Oh my god!
And I said, "Yeah, I did."
You didn't lie.
I
That's
did.
great.
It was.
Okay.
And
know,
now
it's
he
kinda like-
reminds me. He reminds me of it.
Yeah.
You know what that's like? That's
occasionally.
like when the guy has the ball and he's going to score a touchdown and he starts dancing before he gets to the
When he
end
lets it
zone.
go.
And he's like, "Oh, I got the ball!" And then someone comes and knocks the ball away.
Yeah.
Fumble. That type of thing.
Yeah, it wasn't pleasant. That was one time.
What about
think
you?
yeah, I
Carlos?
think I might have shitted on myself also in elementary in Mexico, actually.
You have
But-
elementary there?
Yeah, bro. What are we talking about here?
I thought they didn't have schools, bro. What do you mean? Like,
Yeah, they got schools, bro. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, I walked out of my grandma's. My mom wasn't in Mexico at this time. It was me, my brother, my grandma. Walked out. I remember. I don't know what happened, dude. I was halfway to school, shitted on myself
on
in
the
my
way
uniform.
to school?
On the way to school, walking to school. So I had to turn back, and I remember my grandma being upset with me and washing me down with the hose. I'm just grateful that she didn't beat me with the hose.
Yeah, that's great.
You know what I mean? Like
That sucks.
Like yeah.
Chances are you probably couldn't afford another set.
That's
of
what I was
uniforms.
telling you. That's probably why she was really
Wait,
upset.
did she
So
take
now
off your
she has
clothes and
to
then clean
hand
you?
clean your.
She
Or she cleaned you with your like clothes on?
she with the clothes on and then without the clothes on.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean it was a
Prison
full blown
style.
it was a full blown kind of bath, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. Godfrey, have you ever shitted on yourself? Okay, good. Will, have you ever shit on yourself? Okay, there it is. So
So it's gone.
Actually,
1, 2,
we
3,
all
there's
did as
5 men.
babies. We all shit
Well,
on
no,
I
ourselves.
get it. That's why I said
baby.
consciously and knowingly.
Consciously,
Okay.
knowingly. Yeah.
All right, so we got 5 men in the room right now, and everyone has shit on themselves. So back to Trump, okay? So everyone's talking about, they're like, oh my God, Donald Trump shitted on himself.
Well,
right?
why are they coming to this assumption that he did this?
Well, there's a lot of people that are saying that Donald Trump's health is actually very bad right
He's
now.
90, bro. Of course.
He's not 90.
He's old. He's an old guy.
Yeah, but they're always like, oh, look at his hand. He's like, oh, it's bruised. Oh, he's putting makeup on himself, right? And then now they keep saying that he keeps shitting on himself. By the way, this is like the 5th time I hear that Trump might have shitted on himself.
Bro, who's saying this stuff? Some
Bro,
purple-haired
it's because something
weirdo.
happens either audibly or what would you call smell?
Yeah.
Aromatically.
Oh wow. Great word.
Smell wise,
bro. Good
okay,
job.
audibly or smell wise,
It's aromatic.
Whatever.
Aroma.
okay.
Aroma, yeah.
And then they're like, okay, end the press. Like they end the press, right? So, no credible evidence that Trump pooped on himself during the executive order signing, which was Monday, 2nd of February, 2026, right? Rumors are circulating that, Donald Trump ended an Oval Office news conference early after soiling himself. So,
Wouldn't
what are
there
you
be
gonna do,
footage?
bro? Right? Like,
Wouldn't there be footage of like it?
there is footage.
They're not gonna release it.
There's footage. Reporters rushed out of the room because Trump shits his pants.
You'll get more Epstein files before you get Trump shit in his pants.
That's
So
crazy. That's power.
I don't know. Anyway, so again, we don't know if Trump shitted on himself. I hope his health is okay.
course,
Even though
of
I'm not a
course.
big fan of Trump right now. Right?
Why? Because you're Mexican?
No, dude. First, just promises made. A few promises kept. Like 20% of his promises are kept.
Anything to do with iced tea?
Well, I don't like. First of all, I don't like to see my people violently removed, but apparently we're not even the ones that are causing the most controversy now. It's the Somalis and it's the radical leftist folks like
Don't
Alex.
point at me and say radical leftist.
You know, the Alex Pretty guy, right? Remember the Renee Good and Alex, you know, that she tried to run one of the dudes over and then, or she didn't maybe run over. She was just trying to get away, even though she was asked to stop. Like, dude, you lack logic. If a guy with a gun, right, is asking you, like, especially like law enforcement wise, I'm not talking about if it's some robber or some random.
Well, even with the
hijacker.
robber, like how much do you value your life? If somebody with a gun
You're not
comes
gonna
up to you,
you're not gonna outrun the bullet, right? So if a dude with a vest that says police or, you know, something, enforcement officer, whatever, has a gun, right, and is asking you, hey, stop right now, what should you do?
Don't move.
You see this? That's what I'm gonna do. Okay. Especially if you
I like
got
the
nothing,
hands up thing. That's
dude. If you got nothing to fear, like, okay, what's up? What do you need?
It's true.
How can I help
If you're
you?
not doing anything illegal,
Right? But then the lady tries to take off, and then the dude's like, I guess he felt threatened. I also will say,
by a girl running away.
yeah, again, right? The flip side to the coin, I would say that some of these dudes, man, they're just like recruiting them from wherever. You know, they're like, they go to Pollo Loco and be like, yo, you want a job?
Damn.
You know what I mean? It's a lot. By the way, they're recruiting a lot of Mexicans, coincidentally.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
By the
a
way,
lot of Mexicans.
my cousin is LAPD, and she was telling me that they basically don't let cops be cops in California. She lives in California, the communist state of California. She was saying they're not allowed to have riot gear, and they took away all of their like weapons to like keep people away. They had like plastic things to like beat people or whatever like that if they got close.
Yeah.
So now they gave them like batons, but the batons are like shorter.
Yeah.
And they said if someone gets violent, don't approach them and tell them not to be violent because it could be seen as intimidating.
Yeah.
so don't be a cop.
Basically.
Well,
Be top flight security.
That's crazy.
so
Yeah. It's weird.
I'm trying to get the names of the federal officers that were involved in the shooting of Alex Pretty, but there were two Mexicans, by the way. They were Mexicans.
See, that sounds like a psyop.
Again, you know, it is what it is, dude. They were. Can you give me the names, Godfreezy, and whisper them into my ear? But here's what I'm saying, guys. Listen. First of all, yeah, I don't like my people being rounded
Or
up
any people.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Mexicans, dude. Like straight up, you know, why are you going to Home Depot? We're just trying to work. I get it. The flip side to that coin is like, you broke the law by coming into this country. I get it.
Yeah,
but
that
I'm
doesn't-
already here.
But that doesn't mean I can't go to Zips because they shut it down because they hired illegals, bro. That's messed up, bro. I wanted my wings. They shut down all the Zips across Arizona.
God forbid this guy doesn't have his
Crazy.
wings. Like, people are getting deported, bro. You're worried about your damn dozen honey hots.
I'm joking.
I know.
There's no honey hots there.
But you get what I'm saying,
Yeah, it's messed up.
right?
It's un-American is what it really is.
Here's what I'm saying, dude.
Straight up.
We take all the jobs that people don't want.
CEO.
No. All right. White people and black people, do they want to be working at Zips, you know, frying the fries? Do they?
No, because they can't play mariachi music in the back.
I'm sorry, they don't. Okay, how about this? Landscaping, construction.
Yeah, you got me there,
Cement.
Yeah.
Roofing.
AC.
Plumbing, electrical. Right? There's a lot of white people that are in electrical for some reason, right? But you get what I'm saying, dude. Like, we
The
come to
grunt
this
work,
country,
the
and
labor-
we can
labor
trade
intensive.
you. And every white person that I talk to, right, they always tell me, it's like, hey, man, I got no problem with y'all. Like, straight up.
Yeah.
And, well, I am talking to a lot of real estate investors, right, and business owners. So they're like, I love you. He's like, I love Mexicans. I love Mexicans. You know, so, again, there's other immigrants. Like, okay, how about this? Ready? Flip side to the coin. The Somalis came here legally. And then they ran Minnesota for like $9 billion in fraud, taxpayer fraud. How's that? Okay, we come here illegally and then we work and build the country. And then the Somalians come here legally and then they illegally break the law and rob Minnesota of $9 billion plus in like
even to
services.
I think
even to that, the people that do come here illegally,
cool.
they all, well, I wouldn't say they all, but some of them go and try to get a social security so they can pay taxes and try to become legal illegals, right?
ITIN.
They try to contribute even in that fashion. Instead of taking from the government, they're trying to put back into the government.
So even if you make money and you don't pay taxes and they get paid cash under the table, they're spending money into the economy. They're buying food, they're buying groceries, they're buying houses, cars. So they're putting money into the economy, which is helping the GDP. So
what's this? So illegal Mexicans, I would say. So watch this. Ready? Based on IRS data, approximately 72% of all individual taxpayer identification numbers have been issued to Mexican nationals. Yeah, what's up now? What's up now?
Does that mean you're not
72% of Mexicans that are illegal have an ITIN number and pay taxes.
Right. So they're not even citizens and they pay taxes.
Up? Wow. They're not even citizens. So now not only are we building this country, but we're also paying 72% of illegal Mexicans are paying taxes in this country. And then the Somalis are taking the taxes that the people are paying and robbing it, bro.
I don't think I've ever seen a homeless Mexican person, but I have seen Mexican people selling shit on the side of the street to make money.
That's right.
That says a lot.
Yeah,
I got a quick Mexican joke for you.
Oh God, okay.
I got you. Right?
Go ahead, bro.
What do you call 4 Mexicans in quicksand?
Juan and Juan.
No.
Cuatro Cinco.
Okay.
As you were.
Okay. What do you call a basketball game of 2 individuals named Juan? Actually, no.
Juan and Juan.
Yeah. All right. So, by the way, that's breaking news.
What do you call
72%?
Check the Simone.
What do you call a Mexican Shrek? Carlos.
All right.
That's bad.
Ready?
Look at them ears, bro.
Somalians.
Man, what's with you with the Somalians?
I got
bro?
nothing against the Somalis,
I mean,
bro.
you're attacking them basically at this point. Shit.
Bro, the vast majority of Somali immigrants, 83% of them naturalized citizens, bro. See what I'm saying?
They get citizenship.
They have a social security number. You know what I mean?
What do you mean naturalized? Like they came here and now they're citizens, or like
They came here legally and became naturalized.
Legally. Okay.
Yeah, they became naturalized.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, here's and I always talk to our team when what's the backlash or the flack that I get online because I'm Mexican and I'm very politically outspoken.
Oh, I just saw a vulgar comment come in last night. Yeah.
What was it?
Where was it?
The guy he called you an effing coconut. You're a
Did he?
sellout.
Where, bro? I didn't even see it. Will, why don't you tell me about this stuff?
It was in your DMs.
Saw it? You didn't see it? No.
It was in your DMs. I saw it.
It was in my DMs.
Yeah.
Are you in his DMs?
They have our entire sales department has access to my DMs.
That's true.
Yeah. And the media team has access to my entire social. I got nothing to hide. You know what I mean? I got nothing. Yeah.
That's true.
I'm not DMing women. I'm not DMing women like some of these influencers. No, I'm just joking. That's
like someone's old boss.
It's a low blow. Anyway, so it was a Mexican that called me a coconut.
Yeah,
allegedly.
Yeah, it was pretty aggressive, bro.
Damn,
well,
that's crazy.
I got news for any Mexican out there that calls me a coconut,
whitewashed.
Or whitewash, whatever, sell out, whatever, right?
Yeah, okay. He had all 3 of those in that one comment.
No way.
A whitewash, sell out coconut,
this, bro. I'm gonna have to pull it up. Can you pull it up, Will? Can you pull it up? Right. What's his name? You don't probably know, right?
Alejandro.
Okay. Anyway, so here's what I'm gonna say to these folks, these Mexican folks, right, that are calling me whitewash coconut, sell out, whatever. Here's the reality of the situation.
Hold on, they're not Mexican, bro. They're Chicano, right?
I'm going to break that down,
okay.
Right? Here's the reality of that situation, right? The probability of you on the other side of the screen that's calling me a sellout or a coconut or whitewash, of the probability of you being born in America and being a Chicano, okay, are probably about 90%. So here's the reality. You will never be more Mexican than me, as no matter what you call me, no matter how much you hate me, no matter how much you disagree with me, you'll never be more Mexican than me. Why will you never be more Mexican than me? Can you ask yourself that? Rhetorical question. Why will you never be?
There is an answer to that.
What is it, Zadie?
Vato, you could play in the mud all you want, but you weren't born in it.
Oh, my God. Well, here's the reality of it, bro. I'm like your daddy. I was born in Mexico.
Oh my God.
I was born in, you can never be more Mexican than me. I was born in Mexico. I was raised in Mexico. I went to school in Mexico, right? I didn't really technically start attending long-term school here until the 7th grade.
Damn.
So no matter how much I know every Chicano out there, everybody, it's funny because I see these Chicanos out there, you know, with their Mexican flags.
They haven't even been there, probably.
They probably haven't been there. They got their Mexican hats on, or their Mexican flags, or their Mexican whatever, right? And they're born in America, and they're trying so hard to be Mexican. When was the last time you went to Mexico, bro?
I went to Cabo last week, Holmes.
Oh, you went to Rocky Point. Got it. Okay. You went to Cancun. Okay, bro.
Wait, is Cabo in Mexico?
Cabo is like a tourist area. So yeah.
In Mexico,
you,
though?
you hit
Yeah.
it on the target.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
You get what I'm saying? All I'm saying is this, dude. The way I feel, man, yeah, of course I am proud of my cultural upbringing, and I of course, and I remind my little girls of that all the time, by the way. I don't deny that, right? But you also got to represent the country that like you're living in, you're paying your, you know, you're building your empire in. You I'm sorry, dude, like you got to have. Let me ask the Chicano Mexican out there right now that's wearing a Mexico hat or wearing a Mexico flag somewhere, right? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you have to make a choice, if America and Mexico are going to war,
Oh, wow.
what side are you choosing?
Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And bro, listen, there's nothing wrong with a Mexican American or a Chicano wearing a Mexico flag. Look, I wear a Mexico flag, but I also put the American flag on there too. You know what I mean? When I chose to become a citizen of this country, they made me give up citizenship in that country. And then now, right, it's like now I'm trying to acquire dual citizenship, right? But it's very easy for me, dude. This is where I live. This is where I've became successful. This is the land that gave me opportunity to make something of myself. I wouldn't have been, I don't believe I would have been given these opportunities in the extreme poverty that I was born into, in the extreme poverty that I was raised up in Mexico, specifically, you know, born in Hermosillo, raised in Guaymas. And this is the country where I met my wife. This is the country where I had my children, where I'm raising my children, right? So I do everything in my power to make this country better. Not the country that, oh, Mexico, like, dude, you don't even have a house there. You don't even have a business there. You don't even contribute there. The politicians and the cartels, they don't even like you.
Wow.
They don't even like you, bro.
Wow.
No one even knows you there.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, let's be real here, guys.
Bro, you're gonna send somebody to a mental hospital, bro. Just
Take your foot
And you
off
know
the
what? Here's what
pedal
I'm gonna
and
say
say
about
they
that.
can
Ready?
take it.
Listen.
Is that being brown pilled?
Ooh.
wow.
Yo, that's it right there.
Wow.
The empresarios and everything we stand for. Why don't you come get brown pills? Remember the Mexican Matrix?
Yeah.
Right? Look at this.
Brown pill,
So based off
vato.
that statement, here's what I'm going to say. That's nasty. Yo, where we at? Talk to me.
End it right there, bro.
I
That's
can't
sick.
hear you. Okay, we're good. Let's get to the Poopstein files. We do got a lot of sauce on this one so far, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Let's get to the Poopstein files. Ready? Names that have been mentioned, fellers. You guys want to start there?
Yeah, let's go.
Should we do a
Okay.
little
Joe
dance break?
Biden's
Should we
not
do a
one of
little
them,
dance
right?
break before we go?
Yeah, put that song. Put that Jane.
Little dance break?
Okay. Why don't we start with Jay-Z?
Let's do a little dance break.
Go ahead.
Just listen.
Hope got a young girl, still not quite 21. So I strung such a vibrant thing. I introduced myself, hi, Miss Thing. You're 19, no, you're lightning. In the bottle, I get you.
Oh my God! What did he
Sounds
just
like
say?
an omission of guilt.
Jay-Z likes young girls.
Yeah.
Jay-Z likes young girls. And if you historically take a look at
That's his
the
words.
age gap between him and Aaliyah, between him and Beyonce, I mean, what is it? At least 20 years? 15, 20 years?
When that song dropped, he was 37.
Was he with Beyonce?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, why don't we check how old is Jay-Z? How old is Jay? By the way, he's in the Poopstein files. Jay-Z is 56 years old, and how old is Beyonce? There it is.
34.
44. That's not bad, bro.
I was 10
56 and
years old.
44. That's 12 years. I mean, that's like, bro. That's like you and Sal. That's not too bad, right? Like you were like in the 12th grade, and your wife was in the 2nd grade, right? It's not like crazy,
We're
right?
10 years
I'm
apart.
messing. I'm messing. I know. I'm messing, bro. I'm messing.
Your wife and you are 10 years apart too.
No, we're not. We're 3
Yes,
years
you are.
apart.
She told me. She
You want
told
to
me.
call?
She told
Should
me.
I call her?
Call her.
You want me to call her?
Call her.
It was funny. I was just telling this to Godfrey, right? Because that song, I was just letting music play in my office the other day, and it came on, and I was like, this is not a Jay-Z verse that I've ever heard before. And then I went to go look at the song, and I noticed that he wasn't added as a feature on that track.
That's
Why
crazy.
not? What are they hiding?
I don't know.
That's
everybody.
crazy.
Everybody else that's on that album that has a feature is named as a feature on that album.
Was he on there and it was removed, or it was just never on there?
I don't know. Well, it's on Tidal, so I don't know if it's on Tidal. It doesn't show that. It's titled Jay-Z's
Oh wow,
platform.
And I don't want to just
wow.
focus, obviously, right on Jay-Z, right? By the way, you and I grew up huge Jay-Z fans.
I told Godfrey the only rapper I can honestly say at this point in my life
Kanye.
that I don't go back and listen to music from is Jay-Z.
Wow, really? That
Are you
says
still a
lot.
fan of Kanye, even though he had to bend the knee? I am.
I'm still a fan of Kanye.
I am.
You know why?
I am.
Here's why. Because if you go back and you look at historical Kanye, he's always been saying these things.
Amen.
That's true.
He's always been
George
woke.
Bush
He's always
doesn't like
been-
black
he's always been
people.
woke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always been
He's
woke.
doing black skinhead.
He's always been black
right?
pilled.
Yeah.
Well, he would be. If we're brown pilled, he's definitely black pilled. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like that's none of that has changed, but I mean now it's changed obviously. But yeah, I think Jay-Z's the only person I don't go back and listen to any of his music.
It says a
at
lot.
all.
You guys used to glaze that guy all the time.
Oh, bro, we went to so many concerts for Jay-Z, bro, back in the day. Like, we traveled to go see Jay-Z back in the day, brother.
Yeah.
But, as we became a little older and more mature, right, and then we started having wiser, we started having families, of our own, we just started to see a lot of red flags with Jay-Z, bro. It's like the older he got and the most powerful he got and the richer he got, we started to see so many more red flags. And it's funny because it's like he was no longer on the spotlight, but there was so many more red flags. You get what I'm saying? Versus now, as he removed himself from the spotlight of entertainment, all the red flags started to appear. And when he was in the spotlight and extremely relevant, there was not a lot of red flags. It was just like rap beef or lyrics, right? You know what I mean? Isn't that wild? Like, it's kind of reverse.
Yeah, he tried to hide himself, but the spotlight's bigger.
You would see him pop up out of like a Puff Daddy, gathering, with the suits and, black
Silence,
excellence and
yeah.
stuff like that. You know what I mean? It was interesting for sure.
I used to talk shit about him all the time. I just didn't like the vibe he gave off. But now he's a billionaire. He's reached a certain level. I just feel like at that point, everyone's just going to attack you. You know what I mean? No matter what, even if you're an angel, people are going to attack you.
Well, you're an angel, right?
That's right, don't forget it.
That's Angel.
They call me Gabriel.
What's your angelic heavenly name?
Zadie.
No, bro.
Yeah.
Go Google a guy named Tun Tun. You remind me of a guy
I don't
named.
even know how to spell that, bro.
You remind me of a guy named Tun Tun.
Yeah, you remind me of Shrek.
Who remembers Tun Tun? Right? Watch this. Let me look him up real quick. Tun Tun, Mexican actor.
Why's he got to be Mexican?
His name was Jose Rene Ruiz. You remind me of Tuntun.
Jose Ruiz.
Yeah. Did you find him, Godfrey? No, he was a.
What about Chavo? Chavo.
Nah, bro, you're definitely like a
not Chavo.
You're
That
like
song.
a Tuntun, bro. Anyway, so guys, real quick, let's just go through some of the names that were on there, right? Bill
Jay-Z.
Clinton. They even dropped. They said that Trump was involved. But then you're like, okay, is it real? Is it not? And believe me, I don't care if the dude's a petty. Get rid of him. Like lock him up, right? But if he really was involved, wouldn't the left have actually? Remember, they were trying to.
They would use that to keep him out of office.
They dropped like 92 felonies on the guy or something.
Yeah,
Remember that?
they would've used that
like
to keep him
if Trump, and I'm not protecting Trump because if he is involved, send him in jail. But if Trump was involved in pedophilia, don't you think that the Democrats would have used that and put him in jail or blackmailed him and said, "You're not running in 2024.
Bro, you know what's
You're
crazy?
not running in 2020."
Nobody is going to go to jail over Epstein files, bro.
I was just about to say that. That was the next thing.
Not going to fucking happen, bro. Nothing is going to happen. So, what, like, they're just jerking us off, bro. And they're not going to let us come.
Is that how you feel?
Yeah, that's shit, bro. You're going to talk about all these people that do all this shit and then no one goes to jail, bro? Like, what the? Why are we talking about it?
Jay-Z, Pusha T, Elon Musk was slightly dropped in there that, he was, Elon was asking about the island, right? He was asking about it. Elon already came out on X and said, you guys are full of that. Right? I mean, people are going to deny it, but we don't even know what's true and what's not. But here's what I believe is true. We're not stupid, dude. The redacted released files, that's what you want us to see.
Of course.
You're not going to release, you know what I mean? Like this is what you're giving us access to. Yeah. And hey, give the good goys just enough for them to be like, oh, I told you, Jay-Z was on those files. I told you Trump was on those files. Give them just enough, right? And this will blow over. So either that or when Trump chose not to bomb Iran, right? The powers that be were like, okay, release the files. Release the files. You get what I'm saying? So
no, we're gonna bomb them. We'll send them straight to hell. Believe me.
What about Bill Gates? Bill Gates caught like some STD and asked Epstein for what was it? What did he ask Epstein for? He asked Epstein for some kind of medication for his venereal disease. And then apparently or allegedly he took that back to his wife.
Whoops. Is that why she left him?
And then there was a divorce that happened after that. What was Melinda?
Melinda.
So apparently Bill Gates caught a VD, asked Epstein for VD medicine.
Why would he ask a mathematician?
That's what I don't get it. Right? He's not, bro. That guy's not a mathematician or a tax expert.
He said
bro.
That
get out of here, bro.
He said that in an interview.
Mathematician.
No, bro. He was funded by elite Zionists, bro. Like, what's his name? Lex Wexner, who owned Victoria's Secret. You know what I mean? Like, that's who he was funded by.
And the moon landing was fake too, huh?
Yeah, Stanley Kubrick shot it.
Anyway, all right. So, listen. So my man Bill Gates caught a VD, allegedly asked Epstein for some medication for his VD. He might have taken that back to Melinda. Then Melinda might have left him, and Melinda also wasn't a big fan of Epstein. So, again, what these people do at the top, like these elite folks, it's disgusting, bro. That's why people keep saying that the world is ran by a bunch of pedophiles. Like, that's what they keep saying. That's the narrative right now. The Goyim narrative is the elites are a bunch of pedophiles. That's the narrative.
That's like the guy.
That was a great Candace Owen impression, wasn't it?
The Goyim narrative?
No, the Epstein allegedly, possibly.
Oh, wow. You had the hand signals. Yeah, you're right. Wow, that was actually.
No. She doesn't move her hands.
What about a guy that talks like this?
Candace only knows
That guy
one
is
move.
the one that
Candace
starts
only
all
knows
this.
one move. This is all Candace does. That's it. Outside of that, she doesn't do much.
But
you know me. I like to speak with my hands.
But once again, right? I always think that entertainment tells us the truth in some form or fashion, and it's derived from the truth, right? Movies, especially music, but even just the movie that I showed you, right? One battle after another.
Yeah, that was nuts.
It's crazy, right?
That was great.
It's
That's the
crazy. And then
Leonardo
it talks about
DiCaprio
the Champions Club,
Yeah.
right? Where it's when you get to a certain point, you know, the power that you
The
have.
good old boys club.
There's just at some point it seems like they just try to take it as far as they can go, as far as they can take it.
Wow.
It's a little
Well,
bit.
if you're like used to pushing the envelope, you're always gonna naturally put yourself in a position where you're pushing the envelope.
Well, here's the reality. Like you said, no one's going to jail. Nothing's going to happen. There will be no arrests made. You know, I mean, when Trump ran
Do you think empires will crumble?
What are you gonna do? Shut down all the banks?
bro,
I'm
when you
just
have
talking about celebrities and stuff
Oh.
like that.
when you have the kind of power and money that these dudes have, bro, you can practically get out of anything. I mean, respectfully, didn't O.J. Simpson get out of a murder? Allegedly,
Oh my God, bro, he didn't do it.
allegedly.
Love did not fit.
So yeah, it doesn't matter. Bill Clinton, Hillary. I mean, remember when Trump ran on lock her up? Did anybody get locked? Did she get locked up? You know the emails from Hillary, all that. Like, dude, come on. Dude.
You
No
brought
one's
up
going
Bill
to jail,
Clinton.
bro.
You brought up Gates. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy actually wrote a book, and he was calling out Bill Gates, and he said that he killed a bunch of people in Africa because he was testing, testing drugs on them and stuff like.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I guess allegedly, but it's in the book, and he sued him and he lost.
Oops.
So, doesn't that mean it's true? if you say some shit and somebody sues you and then you win,
There has to be some.
doesn't it mean it's true?
Yeah.
Well, here's what we know now. The elite really run the world like we've always imagined, right? I mean, there is
Who are the elite?
This is like the 0.001%, like the billionaires,
The no-namers.
the, the media moguls, the social media. I mean, think about it, right? Like, think about the power and influence that a guy like Elon Musk has, or Mark Zuckerberg has, or Trump has, or Bibi Netanyahu has, or
But I think
Putin has.
they're all
right?
dukes.
Personally,
They're all
I think
dukes,
the ones
bro.
that are actually running it aren't seen
Exactly.
on camera.
You don't know their names.
Yeah, like
You
Rothschild.
don't know their names.
Yeah, his
bro.
name is Rothschild. One of them is Rothschild. Yeah.
If you know, no, bro, because then you could.
Trace them down.
Yeah, exactly. Like, bro, think about it. If you ran shit, okay, and you had all these other people that were in power, quote unquote, under you, why would you ever let anyone know who you are?
Yeah.
That's,
So here's what I was
call it the Illuminati. Don't say my last name and my family.
Right.
here's the notes that I had for, what would be considered the elites, right? You just asked. So governments, like government leaders, right? I believe that you can consider them elite. How about multinational corporation CEOs and founders, right? You can consider them elite.
Yeah.
Media company, founders and CEOs. Think about media, propaganda, controlled by who, right?
They're all subcontracted.
Global financial institutions. I mean, that's a big deal, bro. The banking institutions, the U.S. Treasury, right? The Federal Reserve. So I would say, again, when you have that type of power and money, you have major influence in the world, So it is what it is. But again, bro, we'll never know, right? We'll never know. Now, as we wind down the show, okay, again, for me, geopolitics and all this stuff has just become now that I've been blackpilled, right? Entertainment. It's just, I see it as entertainment, bro. It's like I would be watching a football game. Candace Owens like, oh, we know who killed Charlie. I'm like, yeah, I think we always knew.
Nothing's
right?
gonna happen.
Yeah, it's like, well, who's going to jail? You know what I mean? Like, oh, his wife, Erica Kirk, she's an intelligent asset, aka an Israeli honeypot, a handler of Charlie. She knew, she was in on it. Yeah, how's she doing? She just made $250 million in 5 months. Okay,
She's throwing a Super Bowl halftime show.
she can buy it. She can buy the jail. You know what I mean? Like, buy the jail, right? It's like, oh, Andrew Kovic, his public relations guy, he knew, right? Who else? All of them. Like, they all knew. Jack Boyer or Bauer, whatever his name is, he knew. He was in on it. Look at their history. They've been involved with a lot of bad stuff. Israel was in on it. They offered him $150 million to take it to the next level. He said no. He refused. So if you can't buy someone, if you can't blackmail someone, what's the other alternative, right?
Eradication.
So it's like, oh, the government had to give the green light for all of these things to happen. Yeah. This, again, allegedly, I'm just a conspiracy theorist, and allegedly, this is all like multiple people and institutions are involved. But okay, so what now, man? Like, we lost Charlie. We lost a good man, right? We lost a good man. No one's in jail. Oh, there's that guy, Tyler Robinson. What do they call it when you're
Patsy?
He's a patsy. The guy's a patsy. Come on, bro. The guy did not shoot Charlie in the neck with a rifle from his grandfather's rifle with a 30-06.
When's his trial?
Who cares? You see what I'm saying? Like, who knows and who cares? I know Erica was trying to speed up the trial. Weird, right? Again, a lot of weird stuff, right? So at the end of the day, it's entertainment now. It's entertainment. It's like, this is what I told my wife, just to make the point. She used to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians back in the day, right? She doesn't do that anymore because she thinks they're not good people. And I'm like, hey, babe, well, I'm watching like Tucker, Candace, and all these folks, and you know what's going on in the political realm, and Dave Smith and all these dudes, right? I said, this is my reality show, but this is like, you know, it's just at the highest level of, you know, corruption and money and influence, you know. So that's all for me. It's just now, thank God, man. When I became emotionally detached, is when I started to see things even more clear. So.
Let me play devil's advocate on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because it is filled with a lot of negativity and a lot of...
not if you're not emotionally invested.
Why don't we listen to
It's entertainment.
Why don't we listen to Jay-Z anymore? Because it's the consumption of these things that ultimately, at the end of the day, have an effect on us.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah, but also...
Just playing devil's advocate, that's all.
What? Let me play devil's advocate back.
Talk to me.
Perspective. Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, you know, some of these folks, a guy like Nick Fuentes, right?
Well,
like,
they speak with so much anger.
But I was going to tell you,
and
here's what I get from them, right? It's like the substance I don't really care for anymore. You know, I used to, right? I learned from them. I learned from them as super communicators. I learned from them of articulation.
Yeah.
You know,
I see that.
Sequence, how professionally they're involved. They're involved in the show.
They speak
right?
for a living.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah. I use it almost as educational purposes at this time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm no longer invested. Like, you know, it's just interesting. It's like, dude, here, ready? How do you feel when the Raiders lose?
I don't watch the Raiders.
Okay, how about 5 years ago when the Raiders would lose?
Oh yeah, you used to be upset. Was
your day ruined?
No.
Okay, how about 10 years ago? Was your day ruined?
No, I've never been that attached to.
Okay, let's talk. You're kind of your raving fan out there of the Cowboys, like you know, like my father-in-law, right? Yeah. What happens if the Cowboys lose?
They hermit up. And they go to the room and sleep for the rest of the day.
Okay. So, but watch this. Now you can watch a Raiders game, and if they lose, are you good?
If it's not my Raiders, my 12U Raiders.
I get it. Are they good?
Yeah.
Okay. That's how I feel about what I watch now. It's like I'm just not emotionally invested. I'm looking at the way that they maneuver and how they prepare and how professional they show up. I mean, these people are the elite communicators in the world, bro. Why do you think Tucker's talking to, you know, Bukele in El Salvador?
This is great.
Yeah, and Putin in Russia.
They're
right?
Great interviewers.
Exactly. Like they're the top of the food chain. So again, eat the fruit,
spit out the seed.
Spit the seeds.
Ding.
With that being said, that's today's show. We'll catch you next week.
Ándale pues.